Is it going? Are we live? Is it going? Are we live? Is it going?
Hello, hello, hello.
Are we live?
Okay, we'll get started. Hello, everyone. I'm doing a stream because I gotta make a palm tree. Not a palm tree, a pine tree. And I figured I'd just stream it. Because why not? What do they look like at the base of the trunk? There's quite a lag on here, noticed. They got some. I don't even know if this is a giant pine tree. I don't even know if that's a pine tree. There we go. Some of this. They got shape to it. Sculpt that into there. I like this. Some of this too. this has character. Man, trees are so cool. Plants are cool, actually, how they're alive. Like, just trees, how they kind of shape around their surroundings is always very interesting to see. Because you don't think of them as being malleable, but they are very malleable. We can focus on the lower half, I suppose. Still want to put some... put some curves into place. Just kind of like boolean them. Yeah, I think something like this than my original plan. I was just gonna have a very boring trunk that's just like, but... Charlie George, thanks for the VR tutorial. No problem, Charlie. That was fun to do. That was I had a much older video that I did, but it always stayed a popular one, and so recently I remade it because I thought, oh, this is still something that is a lot of fun and not a feature I see a lot of people do, actually. It's such a fun thing to do, though. Like, just compositionally doing things in 360. I want to see more people explore the space. See, all these are turning out around the same size, so I want to vary this a little more. I have not. No, I always run Blender locally. I know you can run it off of Scratch. I have run it off of like drives and stuff because you can do that too, which is really a strange thing. Slow IMAX. If it works out, I've not tried the. I know cloud computing is like a newer thing in general. I know people are doing like the cloud gaming and stuff now too, which is just crazy to me. I saw demos where people were doing it like on their phone, like playing Xbox quality games off of their phone. It's stuff like that's pretty wild. I don't know. I've never had an issue with it for my workflow, so it's not something I've explored as much as I should probably. Let's see, what do we think of this base? This is a good start. It's a little monotonous, so I'm gonna break up some of these shapes. Make this thinner. Make this one fatter, I think. It is crazy. It's a wild... I don't know, I feel like it's hard to keep up with text sometimes. Especially all the AI video stuff that's coming out is insane. And it really is kind of like a race. Like, I try keeping up with which tools seem to be the best ones, but it's like as soon as one is good, the next one, it's like a week later, it's already outdated. It's I'm not a fan of it, but it exists, so we can't just pretend it doesn't. AI is such a hot topic for artists for good reason. There's a lot of implications to it. I thought of doing a video actually. A video talking about it. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone likes my opinions. Let's see. Does this work in? I like this half is looking good. This half is not. Stereoscoping. Yeah, it can't do stereoscopy. It really can't. I've noticed it also struggles with texturing. Like I've given it like UV layouts of something to see if it could like retexture. Like if I have a UV layout of like a truck or something. I did this with an ambulance model because I needed to retexture it, but I would give it the layout and it couldn't line up with the layout, which I was really surprised because I'm giving it the reference and explaining the process of what I'm doing. And it does stuff that looks good, but then things like that, or things I assume like the stereoscopy, like it won't do things accurately. So it does have its shortcomings for sure. So we'll see though. I feel like stereoscopy is something in theory it could do because it can do pretty good depth maps. For images, well, good enough for, I guess, practical purposes of depth maps. So in theory, I think it could figure out how to keep a continuity with multiple images, but it's not there yet, thankfully. Or not thankfully, but it's nice when it gets overwhelming and it's like, okay, it does have its limitations. Let's see. I'm liking this kind of. Yeah, that's the thing. It's innovating exponentially. So like I'm sure you've seen the videos, but whenever you look at like videos from a year ago versus now, so it's like I say I can't do that now, but who knows? Maybe within 3 months or so or less, it'll be there. I'm a little worried of that in terms of like the visual effects space, because that's mostly what I do. And I feel like that'll go pretty fast. I feel like that will go faster than the gaming side of things actually, because I've seen demonstrations of like AI generated video games where you actually have controls and then you're navigating these spaces, but I don't think that's going to catch on as quickly because it's very processor and energy intensive to the point that it's not practical for a lot of games. So like I feel like down the road, I mean maybe down the road there'll be other sources of electricity and that'll be figured out, but for the most part I feel like it's more practical to render games the traditional way. Though you'll use AI tool sets in the asset creation of games for sure. I'm sure that's already going on. Let's see. These are all kind of leaning one direction. That tree again. Maybe I need them more like rolling over each other like this. You get that kind of like tentacle type thing, because they're it's all one plane right now. Maybe this. Yeah, something like that. I joined late. What is this for? This I'm just making a pine tree. This is for a personal project I've been working on. In between work, anytime things kind of slow down, I progress on it. Um, so that's what this is. But I have a sequence that's in a forest, and so I need to create a lot of like pine tree assets. So I was just working on it, and then I'm like, hey, I'll just live stream this and see what happens because I want to be a little more active on here with the live streaming side of things. I think it's a lot of fun. I get to chat with people, so that's a bonus. I'm liking this. Let's see. I like the tips of all these, but I guess it's going to go into the ground. There's going to be a ground plane. Oh, I should actually just put a ground plane so I can see. Something like that. So I'm going for like a pine tree specifically. They're a pretty vertical tree though. Like this is what I think of when I think of pine trees. They're just these columns that stand in isolation, but since it's at ground level, like I want the ground to look interesting. This might be a little more of like a centerpiece. About that yet, I'll just worry about down here. Now I'm gonna remat. Well, happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna save a backup of this because I want to make variations of the tree. I usually make a collection and just call it hide, and then I just hide stuff that I don't want to delete. Oh, there we go. Oh, did they change this? New collection. Oh man. I just downloaded this Blender 5. So I just downloaded it. They changed a few things. They finally made the adaptive subdivision. They took it out of experimental, which is nice, because that's been like a great tool for, I don't even know how old, it's an old tool. Like at least it might be a decade or something. I don't know, I've been using that for a while, but it's always been like this experimental feature. And now it's not. What's the best way of doing this? Do I want to remesh it? Do I want like Boolean? Maybe remesh, because I want to sculpt some onto this. What is this? Oh, did it miss it? Perfect. Let's see what happens. Ugh. Ugh. What happened? Because there's these open holes. Is that why it did that? It is. That is why it did that. Okay, so that blends these in. Look at that. It's a little ugly around there, but hey. Okay, Sarasara. Oh, that's gonna go into the ground. Do trees do that? Do they have roots that melt? Yeah, they do. They got like melty roots. So I never think of roots looking like that, but that's some more shape up here. So it doesn't go straight into root to column. I think there's a bird right in front of me. There's a window right in front of me, and there's like a bird that just landed. What's he doing? That's what's this gonna look like textured? This has a pine bark. Is it this one? Popular bark texture. Let's see what this looks like. I think I have this one. Where do you get your royalty-free stream? I found it off of YouTube, actually. There is a... Let's see what the name... No copyright music playlist lo-fi. That's the name of that one. There's tons of it that you can find on YouTube that are like long form, so it's good just for the background, where it's like these hour-long tracks that loop. So you could do something like that if you need it. So I think the first live stream I did, there was no background music, and I was just like, oh man, this is killing the vibe. Ooh. Yeah, lo-fi is good for non-distracting. For sure. This unwrapped pretty cleaner than I thought, actually. don't know how big I want to make the bark texture. Because I do want a bit of, it's like a stylized animation, so I do want some degree of simplification of bark. Like I don't want that, you know? I don't think I want that. Something foresty. I want something kind of directional though. That might be too new. That was a nice look. Nature. Try this one. Maybe I'll try that one. I want something a little more side angle. Yeah, I'll try it. Sideways. Yeah, I do want something a little more direction. Well, I could add a sunlight onto this, but I think I want to try a different one. Something with a harsh into the side like that. Maybe even that. Big sunrise. Kind of like a later day. Ooh. Try this one. Yeah, that's a nice look. Nice desaturated. Good forest ground. This one. It's a little orange. this bark actually needs a little bit of color too. Color mix. That's too much, but something like that. Let's add look at that. It's a little higher on this one. Something with this. I don't even know if it needs a. It's gonna crash it, I know it is. Need to make the branches onto this next. Don't crash it. Is it doing it? It's doing it. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, beautiful. Scale. Yeah, something like that. It's looking organic. Right. Nice. Nice. Look how it's looking. Let's start next to the branches. Like the knots on the side. I like this shape a lot, how it does the that. There's common types. Common pines. There's different palm trees. No, I'm not a tree professional. This also has to look good in close up too. Default. One of those. What are those? Huh. Ugh. Nice. Not more curves. How much do these subdivide is what I kind of wonder. Not sure. I don't live near pine trees anymore, so I've not seen them in person in a while. Looks like they do branch out a bit. Where'd you go, Charlie? Bury these up. That's not what a pine tree looks like. Maybe a little bit. What are the tops? What do they do at the top? Do they just repeat and they terminate? Hmm. Do this. Make it pointy. Yeah, that's what they do, right? The better question is, how am I going to do the branches? So they have a little, not like little puffs of needles, but these little bulbs where it's all the pine needles that come off of it. These aren't what I think of though when I think of I think more like this, where it's more like sticks. I guess it's two different variations. Oh, tree. I'm not sure which one this is. I just the same material. Ugh. It looks like chewed up. I think the displacement needs to be less. Although I don't know what it'll look like with an extra layer of branch on top of that. So that'll be what the pine needles are sprouting off of. I need to learn geometry nodes. I feel like I've been using a lot of the same habits, and there's newer and better tools in place now. It's so counterintuitive when you're working with it. It's, ugh. Which way is this road headed? I don't think I need object rotation. Any of these two. What am I going for? I am going for it to kind of make the shape. Which means it doesn't need to stick out like that. It needs to kind of. How do I do that? None. Where's the start? Along the normal object Z. Oh, that kind of works. Because we don't want it along the normal, because that's where it'll get that weird. Yeah, that's feeling a little more natural. There, the top needs work. Um, these could probably be thinner. use a texture. Like that pine needle texture. I'll do that since I want to be on the safe side. Let's do like a luminance key. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Some type of bump as well. Just to get little ridges. This might not work now that I'm seeing it in action. It might need to be modeled. Yeah. attach these and see. How does that look on the tree? Where is it? The transparent white paths need a lot more bounces. Yeah, this is hideous. It kind of works actually. Sorry. Make it sound branch. One second. Ugh. This tree just looks worse every time. I'm gonna do a different approach for the pine trees. It's very changed the shape of it though. Where it was more like let's see. It's a little more of the shape. I might need to wrap this up in a little bit. Oh. How does it look from a low angle? Oh, it looks ugly. I'll do less. Less feels a little more real. I guess not really. Yeah, this is gonna need some more tinkering. The trunk looks good at least. Look at that trunk. Frame the camera where you're at. That's such a rookie question. Also, I'm working off a laptop and don't have the numpad to the side, which is why I keep referencing this button. instead of doing it the right way. That would be the actual thing to do. Anyway, thank y'all for watching with me. I'm gonna render this and then shut it down. But yeah, hopefully this tree will look a lot better next time we see it. Enormous. Wanted to have a nice render to make as the thumbnail for this. Since I don't have a thumbnail for it. Guess we're just sitting here watching this render. So I was just looking at the stream. That's a little bit artifacty, I can see already. Maybe it does need higher res. No. But hey, there's parts of it working, at least. Parts of it working. Alrighty. This was fun. Thank you all.